Once upon a time, there was a plum by the name of Peggy.
La 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 la.
Peggy Plum was a beautiful plum. She was plump and round and colored a gorgeous deep purple. Peggy Plum liked being a plum and rolled around with a big smile on her face. One day, when she was out for her morning roll, she ran into Betty Banana. Now, Betty Banana was one fine-looking nana. She was tall and slender, and her peel was a golden yellow color. When Peggy Plum saw Betty Banana, she smiled and said, "Hi, Betty Banana."
Hi, Betty Banana.
"My, you look splendid today."
My, you look splendid today.
With that, Betty Banana stuck her nose in the air and replied, "Of course I do.
Of course I do.
I'm a Chiquita banana.
I'm a Chiquita banana.
Not only am I the best banana around,
Not only am I the best banana around,
but I'm also the best fruit.
but I'm also the best fruit.
Too bad you're such an ugly, fat plum."
Too bad you're such an ugly, fat plum.
Then Betty Banana laughed a mean laugh
Ha 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 ha.
and said, "And that color of yours,
And that color of yours.
what did you do?
What did you do?
Fall into a can of putrid purple paint?
Fall into a can of putrid purple paint?
Ha ha ha."
Ha ha ha.
And so Betty Banana, still laughing at her own nasty joke, made like a banana and split.
Ha 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 ha.
Sitting there, thinking about what Betty Banana had said, a big tear slowly slid down Peggy Plum's cheek. She said to herself, "She's right.
She's red.
I am big and fat,
I'm big and fat.
and purple,
Purple.
and ugly."
Ugly.
This sad thought caused Peggy Plum to cry buckets of tears. Then she said, "Hey, I know.
Hey, I know.
I can change.
I can change.
I can make myself into a beautiful banana,
I can make myself into a beautiful banana.
just like Betty."
Just like Betty.
So Peggy Plum stood on her tiptoes to make herself as tall as possible. She sucked in her chest and tummy to make herself as thin as she could. Then she held her breath. This caused her to turn a sickly yellowish, greenish, purplish hue. She was quite uncomfortable, but she ignored the discomfort. Anyway, it was better to be uncomfortable than to be a fat, ugly plum. Looking down the road, she saw Betty Banana approaching. Peggy Plum said to herself, "Great!
Great.
Now I can show her what a great-looking banana I am."
Now I can show her what a great looking banana I am.
When Betty Banana came up to Peggy Plum, she looked confused. And she said, "Do I know you?
Do I know you?
You look kind of familiar."
You look kind of familiar.
Peggy Plum nodded and said, "You know me.
You know me.
I'm the plum you were talking to just a while ago."
I'm the plum you were talking to just a while ago.
Then Betty Banana took another look at Peggy Plum and cried, "Ew!
Ew.
You look positively sick.
You look positively sick.
What did you do to yourself?"
What did you do to yourself?
Peggy Plum, sucking in her stomach even more, said, "I'm a banana now,
I'm a banana now.
just like you."
Just like you.
Laughing hysterically, Betty Banana cried, "You?
You?
A banana?
A banana?
What a joke.
What a joke.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
You think you look as beautiful as I do?
You think you look as beautiful as I do?
Not in a million years."
Not in a million years.
Then, holding her side so she wouldn't split from laughing so hard, Betty Banana walked off. Poor Peggy Plum started crying again. She let herself go. And once again, she resumed her former round shape and purple color. Because she was sobbing so hard, she didn't notice someone coming up behind her. Baby Apple says, "What's the matter, little one?
What's the matter, little one?
Are you okay?"
Are you okay?
Startled, Peggy Plum turned around to see a wise old apple peering at her over his glasses. Peggy Plum sniffed and said, "I'm fine."
I'm fine.
The old apple looked at her and said, "You are not fine.
I'm not fine.
You're obviously very upset.
I'm very upset.
What's really the matter?"
What's really the matter?
Peggy Plum burst into fresh tears and said, "I'm a fat, ugly, purple plum.
I'm a fat, ugly, purple blood.
That's what's the matter."
That's what's the matter.
The apple put his hand on Peggy's shoulder
Jeez.
and said, "You're not fat or ugly. plums I've ever seen.
You're one of the nicest plums I ever seen.
You have a beautiful plump brown shape,
You have a beautiful plum brown shape.
and your color is the prettiest shade of purple.
And your color is the prettiest blue and purple.
Hearing these compliments, Peggy Plum broke into a huge grin. Old Apple smiled back and said, "Wow,
Wow.
what a beautiful smile you have.
What a beautiful smile you got.
You could outshine the sun with those gorgeous white teeth."
Dude, I shine the sun with those gorgeous glowing teeth.
Peggy Plum smiled even wider and said, "Why, thank you, Mr.
Why, thank you, Mr.
And the apple is Apple.
Apple.
Andy Apple.
And the apple.
They shake hands. Peggy Plum says, "Nice to meet you, Andy."
Nice to meet you, Andy.
And the two friends walk off together.
Good job, you guys.